Hi, this is Molly, and this is Reid, my service dog. Um, so I want to make a video today about what it is like to be in public with your service dog. Um, a lot of service dog owners I know have had issues with public access occasionally. They've been denied places, been told they can't go into stores, can't go into restaurants, they had to leave, all because they had a dog, and, you can't have dogs, and wherever they were. Um, Even though service dogs are allowed access anywhere a person can go, there are, like, a few very small exceptions, but mainly anywhere a human can go, anywhere you can go, your service dog can go. Anywhere a wheelchair can go, your service dog can go. He is medical equipment. You didn't hear that. You're a dog. You're a good dog. Yeah. So a lot of people have had issues. I personally haven't. I've had Reid for almost a year now, and have been actively in public with him for about 9 or 10 months. And yeah, I've never really run into any trouble when it comes to getting into stores or restaurants. I had one time where a waitress was giving me trouble at a restaurant, saying that I had to sit outside if I was gonna have Reid, and I told her that he was a service dog, and she kind of looked at me like, yeah, well, no, you're gonna have to, no, yeah, like, she obviously didn't know the laws, she didn't know anything about it, and I tried to explain to her, the laws about a service dog, and she was just still being very bitchy, so I just decided to leave, not because I had to, because I didn't want to give that restaurant service when they had been rude to me. Other than that, though, I'm mostly very welcomed into places. A few of the stores and, like, coffee shops that I go to, like, now even just recognize me and Reid, and it's totally fine. Mainly the things that I have trouble with are just general people out in the street that comment and want to ask questions, and most of all want to pet the dog and distract the dog. And that's annoying. I'm not gonna lie. It's not all the time for me, and I've learned to deal with it in a very specific way that just works for me and that tends to get people moving along, which I'll talk about in just a bit. The main questions that I get are just, like, purely normal dog questions. What breed is he? How old is he? And those, I don't mind answering, but I usually do it, like, as I'm walking. Yep, he's a Labradoodle. Keep walking. He's over a year and a half. Keep walking. Then there are the people who just, go up to us and ask, and as they're doing this, are petting Reid and being all cute in his face, and that's when I tell them, please don't distract him, he's a service dog. And with that, a lot of people kind of like, oh, okay, sorry. Some may look a little offended, some completely understand. Some just don't get it. They're like, oh, yeah, I know, I'm not supposed to pet a service dog. Oh, but you're so cute, I wish I could pet you. Like, oh, really, people? Like, that is distraction. You are looking him in the eyes, you are talking to him, he is not able to focus on me. You are distracting my service dog. Stop it. To be honest, I like still have a little trouble when I've like already once said, please don't distract me, he's a service dog, and then they keep distracting. I have trouble reiterating it because like I don't know how much better I can do that, and I don't like being rude. That's just me. I don't like people thinking that I'm rude, even if I'm never going to see them again. So that's when I just kind of like nod and smile and walk off. And, you know, I always congratulate Reid for staying calm. And I correct him if he like tries to play with them, which he does sometimes because he's still a puppy and puppies love attention. But yeah, a lot of people ask me if I'm a trainer, because, you know, how could you have a service dog if you don't look like you're sick? Which I've never directly gotten that question or that comment, but when people ask me if I'm a trainer and then I say, no, he's mine, and they're like, I'm like, oh, okay. That's kind of the feeling I get, but whatever, I shake it off. I keep walking. That's the thing that I do. I keep walking. I don't stop and talk to them. Because once you're stopped, you're engaged in a conversation, and it's hard to get out of. And they want to know a lot. And I mean, it makes sense. You don't run into service dogs every day, and they're interesting. They do cool things for people, and people want to know. And they don't always get that it can be really uncomfortable to answer those questions. And then we get them so often, and it does get annoying. It does, people. But really, it's your choice how much you want to answer or not about your service dog. I keep it very short and brief. I usually keep walking depending on how I'm asked, depending on... Sorry, there's an ice cream truck outside. And I can hear my roommates being like, it's ice cream. Anyway, sorry. That's besides the point. Yeah, so you get a lot of stares, a lot of comments. It's really rare for me to, you know, go somewhere without at least one comment. Most of the time they're really innocent though, and it's whatever. So I just move on, try to not think about it too much. If you're the type of person that wants to answer questions and doesn't mind, then go for it. Answer all the questions you want. Talk to the people. No problem. If you don't want to talk to them at all, that is fine. You in no way are obligated to give people any type of response. These are strangers. You're not butting into their life. Why should they butt into yours? You don't go up to people and start like asking all these personal questions about their kids. You just don't. So it's up to you. My strategy, I talk and walk. People ask a question, I answer it while walking away. That's it. Easy enough. So yeah, I certainly hope that for people with service dogs out there, you don't run into too much trouble. And if you have, I'm sorry. I hope that I won't run into too much trouble. I'm still kind of like waiting for that day where I get like some sort of really rude comment because I've heard so many horror stories. But so far, so good. So yeah.